Our New Testament scripture, Galatians 1st chapter, verses 11 through 24, will be read by Mr. Edward Walker. And our responsive gospel reading, Luke chapter 7, verses 11 through 17, will be read by Mr. Charlie.
Good morning. Good morning. 1 Kings 17, verses 17 through 24. And it came to pass after these things that the son of the woman, the mistress of the house, fell sick, and the sickness was so sore that there was no breath left in him. And she said unto Elijah, What have I to do with thee, O thou man of God? Art thou come unto me to call my sins to remembrance and to slay my son? And he said unto her, Give me thy son. And he took him out of her bosom and carried him up into a loft where he was above, and laid him upon his own bed. And he cried unto the Lord and said, O my Lord, hast thou also brought evil upon the widow with whom I sojourned by slaying her son? And he stretched himself upon the child 3 times, and cried upon to the Lord, and said, O Lord, my God, I pray thee, let this child's soul come unto him again. And the Lord heard the voice of Elijah, and the soul of the child, and came into him again, and he received. And Elijah took the child, and brought him down out of the chamber into the house, and delivered him unto his mother. And Elijah said, See, thy son liveth. And the woman said to Elijah, Now by this I know that thou art a man of God, and that the word of the Lord in thy mouth is true. Thank you.
I was ahead of all my fellow Jews, and in my zeal for the tradition of my ancestors. But even before I was born, God chose me and called me by his marvelous grace. Then it pleased him to reveal his Son to me, so that I would proclaim the good news about Jesus to the Gentiles. When this happened, I did not rush out to counsel with any human being, nor did I go up to Jerusalem to counsel with those who were apostles before I was. Instead, I went away into Arabia, and later I returned to the city of Damascus. Then 3 years later, I went to Jerusalem to get to know Peter, and I stayed with him for 15 days. The only other apostle I met at that time was James, the Lord's brother. I declare before God that what I am writing to you is not a lie.
That's it.
After that visit, I went north into the province of Syria and Cilicia, and still the Christians in the churches in Judea didn't know me personally. All they knew was that people were saying, the one who used to persecute us is now preaching the very faith he tried to destroy. And they gave God praise because of me. Thank you.
Luke 7, 11 through 17. I'll read the first verse, you read the second. Now it happened the day after that he went into the city called Nain, and many of his disciples went with him, and the Lord cried. when the Lord saw her, he had compassion upon her and said to her, "Do not weep."
And he came and touched her, and they very to receive. And he said, "Young man, I say unto thee, arise."
So he was dead, sat up and began to speak, and he presented him to his mother.
And they came a funeral, and they were glad, saying, that a great prophet is risen up among us, and that God hath visited his people.
And this report for him went throughout Judea and all the surrounding region.
And his signs were found to show children of all things.
And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, who brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Here was Christ, our Savior, said, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.